you get when you combine two childhood friends who have never grown up, have an unhealthy competitive streak, and always think they're the funniest people in the room? You get the Unfunniest Podcast!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, now, we call this the act of mating.
Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children.
Welcome back, everybody. Episode 16. Hope everybody enjoyed their vacations. And Jimmy, I want to welcome you back. Thank you for making time.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, we were worried. Apparently the Unfunniest Podcast healthcare plan took care of Jimmy, and he's back now. So, did you get those aspirins we sent you? Or
Great new healthcare plan for sure.
Yeah, a proctology exam.
Yes.
Did I
Mike
say
does that
2?
for fun.
Better make it 3. This is a process we call milking the prostate.
I can walk again. That is a good sign.
Want to welcome everybody back. We took our summer vacation to our time off. We've all enjoyed it. We're back. Mike's tanned. We're ready. We're rested and ready to get you guys some good humor. But while we're kind of starting, Mike's poking his. Yeah, Mike's got a little tan there. So Mike, I think so.
Yeah,
I got the raccoon eyes going from wearing my sunglasses too long.
7 days in a row.
7 days in a row. That's
so
right.
Mike took the boat out, and Mike, why don't you tell everybody where you went? You guys went on your vacation.
Yes, we hadn't been there in 3 years, but we took the boat to Kelly's Island. Myself, 2 other boats from Lake St. Clair went down, met Uncle Ken, met some other of our friends, and spent 6 nights. Right, 6 Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 6 nights. Had perfect weather.
You did math.
He had to go on his second hand for that one.
I just did math. Imagine that. It was awesome. I mean, honestly, I don't know that I remember better weather. The only questionable day was last Monday. That was when our friends from Canada, who decided to continue pumping smoke into the hemisphere of the northern hemisphere here in Michigan and Ohio. Honestly, that's the worst I've ever seen it. Last Monday. Yeah. We got up in the morning. It was fine. Next thing you know, it looked like it was getting hazy. And we decided to go to the beach on the north side of Kelly's Island. And by 2:00 in the afternoon, it was actually, honestly, it was probably chilly. I mean, the sun, you could barely see the sun. That is by far the worst I've seen it. I was hurling.
Yeah, I had to go up. I went up to northern Michigan to resort to Boyne Mountain up there for work for a couple of days. And Sunday afternoon, I was driving up, and you go up I-75. Once you get past Flint, you get past Bay City, Saginaw, it's just wide open. And I hadn't seen it. It looked like it was going to rain. It looked like it was just gray and cloudy, and it was just all the smoke coming from Canadian wildfires.
Yeah, the odd thing is everybody keeps thinking it's coming from Northwest Canada, which some of them are, but some of these other fires that are burning, if you actually look them up, they're coming from west of Toronto. So even when you get an east wind, which is exactly what's happening that day, it's filtering down from the northeast. So yeah, it was. I was hurling four-letter word expletives at our friends to the north. I was double birding to the northern sky, especially my friend Beamer from Canada. I said, "Take your stupid smoke back. You're ruining my vacation." Fortunately, that was it, because the rest of the time, seriously, that was the best weather that we've had. Mid-80s, upper 80s, a little bit of a breeze. Got to tour the island. Anybody ever wants to go, even do a day trip to Kelly's Island, if you don't necessarily want to have the party atmosphere that is one Put-in-Bay. Listen, Kelly's is far more laid back. If you want to party, you can party. There's plenty of places to do that. There's the sand pit. There's the pump. There's the corner, Captain's Corner. Those places, Dockers, which is right on the marina there. The views are phenomenal. I mean, you can eat lunch, you can eat dinner, you can have a few cocktails. Look out over the southern bay between Kelly's Island and the mainland. Yeah, it's so cool. And shockingly enough, if believe it or not, we had both the run there and the run back with minimal seas, because this is the one thing, if you are a boater, and whoa.
Uh-oh.
We lost him.
Mike's gone.
Heads up.
Yeah.
Wow.
You
But yeah, that is to piggyback on what he was saying. To go across Lake Erie and to have it good both ways, it's a blessing. And it's rarely happens.
Well, and it's so because Lake Erie's so shallow, isn't it? That basically is it.
So and it's not like it's a bunch of chop because of how shallow it is. So you're just getting abused. They're not like swells.
Do you remember when we went to Put-in-Bay for Kenny's Donzi, Uncle Kenny's Donzi, and everyone jumped in to use the restroom halfway through? It's like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and then nobody can get back in because the waves were so crazy trying to. I remember that.
It's
I got cut off.
terrible.
Yeah, we cut you off, Mike. We were
cut
done
you
listening to you.
Well, this is what I was saying. As a boater, if you are a boater in Lake St. Clair, the Great Lakes, whatever you want to say, you always should pay attention to the NOAA weather forecast for the open waters of Lake Erie. Thankfully, they said, and then now this is all right. This is not a rant, but I'm going to tell you something right now. This is what these guys do.
Here we go.
Yeah. All right. So 1 foot or less. Clearly, the waves going down were probably 2 to 3 footers. Manageable.
Normal.
It's fine. Yeah, normal. It's not bad. But
yeah,
they continue every day. Wow, winds out of the east, northeast, waves 1 foot or less. So we went to Put-in-Bay. We actually loaded on Tommy's boat on Wednesday. There was 14 of us that loaded onto the boat. Went to Put-in-Bay.
Was it the Yellow Submarine?
That is one.
Was it the Yellow Submarine
BA boat?
It is a large 37-foot Express Sea Ray cruiser with a 15-foot beam. You put 14 people on that boat, it felt like there was only 2 people on the boat. It's awesome. Anyways, went over to Put-in-Bay, had an absolute blast. Bebopped around, hit a few bars, hit a few restaurants. Oh, it was senior day. Listen.
Senior day.
Yeah, it was senior day at...
Like senior citizen?
Yes, senior citizen day at Put-in-Bay. I'm going to tell you something.
Were they giving out donuts?
It was the funniest thing in the world. So
Viagra.
Yeah, well, pretty much. Every establishment you go to, Shane made the comment. He goes, "What is this, a wax museum?" So we're going to Roundhouse, right? I can't remember what the name of the band was. Not sure that I probably should even say who it was anyways, but these guys are fantastic. Well, okay, so you're watching the band as you normally would, right? Looking at the band, these guys are playing. The guy's playing left-handed. He's got a beer cup in his mouth. He's playing the guitar all at the same time. I mean, way talented guy. So you turn and pan to the crowd, and it's about 60, late 60s, all the way to 80s, and everybody literally looking like this.
Did you come across John Solomon?
No, it's funny you said that. You brought that up because Shane and I were at the firehouse, the fire station bar, which is in the corner over by Mossbacks, a little further back past the beer barrel. So Shane did his typical. As there was a gentleman driving by in the golf cart, he had the white hair, and Shane goes, "John Solomon! John Solomon!" He starts yelling as loud as he can, "John Solomon!" Clearly, it was not him, but yes, we certainly had the eyes and ears out for the piano man himself, John Solomon, the world famous at Put-in-Bay, John Solomon.
Did you get a bucket of beer at the Roundhouse?
No, actually, we didn't. I felt like we were seniors. we went to Frosty's and ordered 2 very large pizzas that were absolutely delicious. Typical Frosty's pizza is phenomenal. Got a meat lovers, a pineapple, and whatever the heck it was.
How expensive was it, by the way? Just curious.
Yeah, honestly, I don't remember. It wasn't too bad. I mean, everything in
those things where you don't care.
Well, the reason I say that is at Boyne, prices are. It was Saturday night. I didn't stay there, but Saturday night it was $700 a night to stay at Boyne.
$700.
Holy crap!
$700 a night to stay at Boyne, and I was going to go eat there. They had pizza. For a small pizza, it was $18, and for a large pizza, it was $35 for one topping.
My,
yeah, that's why I was asking. I was just curious. I mean, I'm cheap. I'm utterly cheap, and I won't spend money. But
if you order a large Jets, it's $18.
it's still 20. Yeah.
$20. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you guys too, because I don't think either one of you have been over there in a while. So they've changed a little bit too, and on the main drag. Remember how it used to be free for all, people driving all over the place, try to find a parking spot, whatever. Well, they've changed that up. Now it's a one-way. So it basically goes, I guess you would call it west to east, one-way street.
Clockwise or counterclockwise?
Yeah, essentially. Counterclockwise around the square. So now there is parking for golf carts only, which is what it was before. But now you got to pay, too. So they've been trying to generate some revenue on the island. They've been trying to clearly tame it down a little bit, or at least, I don't even know how I want to describe it. But the police presence, now, not on senior day when we were there, you don't necessarily have to worry too much about the seniors getting out of control, which they did not. But, like the whole Christmas in July thing, they've completely tamped that down. That's gotten a little bit out of control. The locals don't like it. But the police presence is there, and I think it's good. I mean, they listen. You want to keep the island respectable. You want to make sure the beauty of the island is intact and respected. I think what they've been doing is good. I get it. There's a lot of people that don't like it. They don't like as much of a police presence. But again, I think you have to keep the island intact. Otherwise, it's a free for all. But I mean. It's so cool. The swim-up bars, they were not that busy. No, the seniors were not in the swim-up bars, contrary to what
it's because the Depends. Once they get the Depends in there, they just soak up all the water, and you can't really do anything.
Man.
So,
It's all about pacing yourself on that island.
Yeah, Kaylee and Dom got to go. They walked over to the monument. They went to the top of the monument. This is something I'm having to get used to on these vacations now with Bobby
did they have
and
a
Kaylee.
chaperone?
No,
they have chaperones.
Believe it or not,
them?
no chaperones.
Okay.
Believe it or not, no. This is a new reality in the world of Mike Ward and fatherhood of letting the kids go out on their own, I guess, because they did that. Bobby and Sam kind of did their own thing a couple different times. We participated again in senior day, senior afternoon, whatever the heck it was. Went over to the Keys, which is, I love that place. That is one of my favorite places. That is just the absolute. Miller, you've been there, haven't you? Fit the Keys, the restaurant bar in the corner, right by the Jet Express dock. Yeah, it looks like you're basically in the Keys. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's got the whole big deck and everything.
Yep. Fantastic food, fantastic atmosphere, live music almost constantly. It was just and there again, another perfect day. But where I was going with that too, though, we were watching the forecast, kind of laughing. Not that we have to worry about it in Tommy's boat, because again, 37 foot with a 15-foot beam. That is a massive hunk of vessel. But northeast winds, waves less than 1 foot. We no sooner got around the northeast bend of the bay over by the monument, and man, we were in probably 4 to 5 footers pretty quick. And typical Mike Ward fashion. Son of a... These idiots were lying again. They said 1 foot or less, and Tommy's like, relax. It'll be fine.
Tommy's like, put this guy in the cabin.
No, I said, put the tabs all the way. As a matter of fact, I made my way right over to the helm, and I'm like, let me have the tabs. Tab down. So put the bow down, plowed right through it, made our way back, got back, had a wonderful dinner, went out to West Bay, watched the sunset, which is phenomenal, and they light off. So this is something that is really cool. Now, this is, okay, we're shifting back. I know I'm doing a lot of different things. We're shifting back to Kelly's Island. So Kelly's Island.
You should have a map. Like, Mike's here. We're going up here now with the island. We'll have that next time.
I just want everybody to envision what's going on right now. I know that's very difficult. But anyways, West Bay was the bar restaurant on the west side of the island that faces west, clearly, and looks at the monument in Put in Bay. But to watch the sunset out there is pretty neat. The only disadvantage is when the sun sets, when you're looking at it from there, Put in Bay is basically blocking it. So it's probably 2 minutes later the sun actually sets. But the coolest thing is the cannon that they light off when the sun sets. And it is loud. Clearly it's blank, but it's pretty neat. Similar to what they do in Florida, a lot of the beaches where they let off these massive dongs. I don't know if it's or bongs, whatever the hell they are.
Did you say dongs?
Yeah, dong. Okay, listen.
We're not at a WNBA game this time.
Yeah. Now, Marco Island, there's a large sledgehammer basically that you take and bang the gong, whatever the heck it is, right? Oh yeah, here we go. Good job, Miller. All right, zoom into Put-in-Bay or Kelly's, right over there. Yep, zoom into Kelly's Island. Yes, keep going. Keep going. Ah, perfect. Yes. Okay, there we go. So in the bottom right corner, see where it says the Juniper House? That's actually where cousin Megan and Mitch rented their house. That was a cool little place.
Wow.
Your pictures are in the way of my descriptions here. What's going on?
Did you do boardwalk?
I went to the satellite
Beautiful
view.
Lobster bisque.
Oh, perfect. That's what we want. Okay. Go over there to West Lakeshore Drive. Nope, to the left. Go northwest. Keep going. There you go. Zoom in. See where the quarry is there, and then the dock. Yep, I should have control. There it is, West Bay. Yes.
There it is.
Oh, my. No, that's the North Bay. That's North Bay. That's the beach. That's where we go to the beach.
There's West Bay.
Yeah, West Bay, right there. Yep. Cool place.
All right.
Again, great vibes. Okay, now go south and go east. Go south and east. South and east. There you go. Yep, keep going. Yep, there's an inscription. That marina right there. That's there. You were there. Zoom in, Miller.
Nacho fishing charters? It's not Cho fishing charter.
Nacho, man. Yeah, there it is right there.
There it is.
Pebble Beach.
This marina?
Yep, that's where we were. I was
Nice.
E21, Echo 21. Yep. So yes.
Dodger.
There you go. So now we've got visuals in on where we were at. Yeah, we had.
All right,
listen.
that should help everybody.
Yeah, that'll help. I got to tell you guys one more thing too. So Megan and Mitch had their friend Jessica, and I guess her younger brother and sister, who are twins, their 21st birthday. So they came over. We had close to 40 people in that pavilion. And Mitch did a phenomenal job having a seafood boil. Yeah, it was amazing. Let's see, we had shrimp. We had, I can't remember if we had lobster or not. We had walleye. We had perch. We had sausage. It was fantastic. So
I feel like he's going to turn into what do you call it? I can't even think of it right now. He's going to turn into a Bubba Gump shrimp.
Temptation Island.
Yes.
He's going to shrimp. We had shrimp scampi. We had shrimp and Forrest Gump. We had shrimp. We had shrimp scampi. We had this. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to give a big shout out to Jen at Seaway Marina on Kelly's Island. She did a fantastic job of jockeying us around. We had 6 boats, and she did her absolute best at accommodating us. Gave us a little bit of a discount for our weekly rate on our 6-person golf cart. Uncle Ken, the Wilsons allowed us. Doug and Tanya, if you're watching, listening, thank you very much for letting us use your golf cart. Tommy brought over him and Michelle's golf cart, so we only needed to rent 1 6-seater. But then when Megan's friends all came for their 21st birthday party, they rented 3 6-seaters. Ha ha! Around that island like a bunch of banshees. No, they had fun. It was good. So yeah, that was the vacation. We came back. Listen, I'll tell you this too. Came back on Saturday, left about 11 o'clock, had to get gas and a pump out, wanted to go to Middle Bass, changed our minds because everybody was going to Put-in-Bay, pulled into Put-in-Bay, tried to get a 2-hour dock slip just so we could have lunch. Negative. C-Dock. This is the 310 Sundancer requesting dockage for 2 hours. Sorry, 310 Sundancer, we are full. We have a waiting list right now. My sincere apologies for not being able to accommodate you. I'm like, man, this kid's pretty good. I'm like, no problem, man. I totally understand. If you would like, please try again in a couple of hours. We'll try to make accommodations for you. Like, all right. So I figured for sure we'd be able to get in over at Middle Bass Island State Park Marina. This is the 310 Sundancer requesting dockage for a couple hours to go to JF Walleyes. Negative, sir. We are full. Son of a... Wow. Okay. Thank you very much.
Ghostwriter, the pattern is full.
Yeah, the pattern is full. So out we went. We had decided to just let's head back.
You didn't do a flyby?
No, there was no flybys at all. We couldn't. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but the one thing we were going to do at Put-in-Bay, if we really wanted to stay is, you guys know the mooring balls in the bay there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we were going to do that, and no sooner, about a half hour after we left, let me pull this up real quick. I meant to pull this
Did
up.
Did you bring the dinghy?
No, we did not bring the dinghy.
Are you speaking of on the 9th of August, the fire that was in Put-in-Bay?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
I
boat
saw that.
catches
I've got it
fire.
here. I got it here
Mhm.
right now.
That was pretty nasty.
Yeah, here, I'm going to pull it up. So let me share my screen. Where in the world are we at here? But the share my screen. Okay, so here's what happened. At the boardwalk, which you guys are know is famous for, what the heck is this? Women's soccer night. Okay, sure.
Lobster bisque.
Yeah, lobster bisque. There was a boat that was fueling at that gas dock right there, caught fire. Apparently, the gentleman that was trying to jumpstart the engine, don't even ask. I got a little bit of a description of how it happened today. So the guys, to their credit, at Boardwalk decided to push the boat off into the bay. Well, the boat is flaming on fire, as you can see from here. Maybe I'll even play it a little bit. Let's see if it comes up.
Welcome to the most honest.
Okay, never mind. Welcome to the most honest commercial ever. So the boat goes out. The boat goes out into the bay. Okay, it bumps into another boat, catches that boat that's on fire. Where I'm going with this is that boat that it bumped into was on one of those mooring balls. Unfortunately, the folks that were, I gotta stop sharing my screen. The folks that were had that boat moored there were just up eating lunch, similar to what we were going to do. I'm not saying that that's where our boat would have been on a mooring ball, but there's probably a decent chance that it would have been pretty close. So, yeah, and of course, we probably would have kept Oakley in the cabin, started the generator, and ran the air conditioning. So you can only imagine what kind of terror went through all of our minds thinking of that. But
everything happens for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason. So what I was going to tell you is, we came back. We went to St. Clair Shores, went to Hook, which is the old Jack's / not beach grill, Brownies. We were there was 8 of us there. There was probably 12 people in the entire restaurant at 3:30 in the afternoon. Well, guess where everybody was?
The raft off.
Yeah, the raft off.
Yeah.
So they were kind of preparing for the absolute what storm that was going to be happening in about 2 hours after that. But had a really nice meal there at Hook in Jefferson, St. Clair Shores. I guess there's another shout out to those guys. But yeah, speaking of the raft off, I'm sure you guys saw some of the pictures from. Yeah.
Well, I was going to talk about a power boat that somehow ejected the driver and the passenger because they said it had a throttle was stuck, and just went flying into somebody's backyard. Do you see that?
Yeah, it did. This is one of the things that we've talked about in the marine industry for a while now. There's been some
amateur hours.
Well, it is amateur hour. Yeah, you listen. These guys go out there. Unfortunately, there are some people that are not too cognizant of what they're doing in terms of alcohol consumption, and head back, and this is what happens. But where I was going with that was there's been some talk, and there's always been some talk actually about newer boats being equipped with a wireless lanyard that you basically wear as a
kill switch.
Yeah, it's like a kill switch. Exactly. You wear it as a watch, essentially. Yeah. So what happens is, God forbid, in this case, if this particular boater would have been equipped with this, that boat would have immediately not killed the engine, but it would have significantly reduced the power. I'm sorry. If the captain goes overboard, it's basically a radius, right? It's all about zoning. So if the captain goes overboard, he has a captain's wireless wristband on. That immediately would kill the engine. The boat would basically die. You can have passengers that have also these wristwatches, and what happens is, if God forbid they go overboard, the power is reduced on the vessel. So the captain still has control of the vessel. He still has enough power to be able to move her back and fish out the person that unfortunately fell in the water.
Right. So in case they don't see somebody fall off, that's going to be all of a sudden the boat's just going to almost idle.
Bingo.
Right?
Comes off
Yeah.
plane, again, reduces power significantly, sends an audible alert so that the captain can figure it out. And if you have a properly equipped if you have a properly equipped multifunction display, it will put a man overboard and the exact location of where that person is. So there's a lot of technology that's out there that unfortunately
That's
a lot
awesome.
of people listen. I'm being a hypocrite because I don't wear mine. Fortunately, I guess I don't boat intoxicated. But you never know what could happen. You hit a rogue wave, especially in Lake Erie. I mean, again, I'm being a complete hypocrite because I was not wearing my lanyard going across Lake Erie. Was not rough, but there's been plenty of occasions where I probably should have both a vest and my lanyard on. But circling back to what happened at Raft Off and what happened with that boat, there's definitely technology that's out there right now to be able to prevent that from happening. Unfortunately, again, these guys did not do that. But hey, let's take a lot of more positive note. I'm sharing my screen one more time. Let's just take a look at the pictures from the Raft Off.
Give me a second.
On Saturday. Holy macaroni. Wow. I mean, you want to talk about unbelievable.
Yeah, for anybody that is maybe outside of the Detroit area, not big boaters, this is an event usually, the second Saturday in August, give or take, where boats are rafted off. They dock up next to each other. They tie up next to each other. And often a big line, you've got a gap in between, as Mike's kind of showing pictures here. Probably, let's just say 20 yards, 30 yards, sometimes across from the sterns of each boat. They're usually packed up to each other. And they try to set a world record usually for the longest continuous line when it comes to that. But it's an amazing thing to see. It is miles, sometimes long. I'd say 2 miles sometimes, depending on where they're at, how they could do this, but incredible sight to see. And it's definitely something to behold. It's a young man's game. I'll say that. See myself going there.
So this is the picture. Go ahead, Jim. What?
No, I was going to say, do you see the new tradition that they're all doing Friday night prior to?
Yeah.
And they have the glow party. I mean, it's pretty sweet looking.
It's remarkable. So, the history behind it is, don't quote me on what year it was. They did indeed have Guinness Book of World Records out at Muscatmoot. And I do believe, again, don't quote me, but I think that they did break the record, like 2,568 boats rafted off of each other.
Yeah. For Tennessee,
back in like 02, wasn't it?
What, Jim?
Was it 2003, 2002, something like that?
Yeah, something like that. But what happens is you get so many boats out there, and as you can see from this picture, I mean, it's incredible.
Snakes.
Yeah, right? And like you said, they basically create a gauntlet. And in the middle is just the largest boating in the water party you could possibly imagine. As you can see from these pictures, this is where the DJ is at.
Was it Z-Man this year again?
I don't know if it was Z-Man or not.
Well, if you ever look at the gauntlet.
Yeah, if you've ever walked the gauntlet.
DJ.
So I talked to one of my boat neighbors yesterday. He said he was not in the line. He was outside. He said it took it 1 hour to go one way and another hour to get back. So 2 hours to walk the entire line. And he goes, he was walking at a pretty good pace. But what they had to do, because the water level is down, they had to go back to Big Muscatmoot Bay. As opposed to Little Muscatmoot. This picture that's up here right now is, I believe, from last year at Little Muscatmoot. But here's the map right here. So as you can see, Little Muscatmoot's back here. That's shallower. I'm not saying it's cleaner. All this water is beautiful. It's clean. But this passageway right here, can you guys see this where my cursor's going?
You've got a different picture up.
Son of a gun. All right, never mind. Anyways, the passageway to get back to Little Muscatmoot is too shallow now, so they can't get back there. So they had to move it back to Big Muscatmoot. Clearly didn't have an effect on anything in regard to the actual.
Back to the good old days.
Oh yeah, right. Because that's where it basically started. Was in Big Muscatmoot. Yeah. The water's a little bit deeper. It's not maybe waist high. It's a little closer to chest high. But it is. It is the largest boating party that you could possibly imagine.
And
So-
I'm just going to say as the last topic, it's something you don't think about and you never want to, but it's the world's largest toilet bowl for a little bit too. So
Well, Miller,
it's amazing, amazing. All those people drinking all day, but no one ever has to use the restroom.
as the largest freshwater delta in the world, with the 3 channels emanating from Lake Huron down the St. Clair River and out the channels, the water recirculates every 14 days. Yes, I said days, not minutes. So, to your point,
So Metro Beach will be closed next week, is what you're saying.
yes,
So
correct.
So I heard a fun fact today.
Yes.
They were doing testing at Torch Lake, and that they came up with the fact that 40% of it was urination. I'm not kidding.
At Torch Lake,
And it's
Torch
and
Lake.
it's clear as day. I mean, it's as
it's
clear
the
as day.
ammonia. It's
Yeah.
the ammonia in the water. That's how they can test it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
All right, well,
but listen. Here's the other thing I'll tell you too. We got back on Saturday. I know I'm boring you guys with all my vacation / raft off
this
/
is great.
Belmar.
Thanks. I should have been there.
Yeah, you should have been there completely. Yeah, Miller said he's coming next year. By the way, Miller, we got a house
We-
for you to
we are.
rent because Megan
Awesome. We're
Megan
there.
rented it. It was really cool. But we got
Awesome.
back.
We're there.
We got back after we ate lunch on Saturday. Cleaned up the boat real quick, and then the Wilsons they boated up to. So we passed them essentially. They were at Kelly's, but they came up on Thursday to Belmar because we now have transient slips there. It was the funniest. I should have taken pictures. He was up on the main row overlooking the lake, and he's got a bridge boat. Him and Tanya have their 34 lures bridge boat. It was 2 hours of debauchery, humor, hilarious watching these boats come back in from the raft.
I can imagine.
Tanya said to me, she goes, I took a shower. That's the fastest shower I've ever taken on this boat because I thought I was going to miss something. That's how funny it was to watch all these boats come back in. It was an absolute, again, I keep using the phrase, you know what show.
Phenomenal.
Well, yes, phenomenal. But yeah, it was an absolute bloop show.
We've spent 30 minutes on Mike's vacation, so now let's
It's all about me, Miller. Go back into your hole.
So let's a little talk. Jimmy's got the shirt on. Let's talk a little Lions. 2 preseason games in now.
The Leos.
I'll be truthfully honest. I think of the 2 games I watched 5 minutes of both total. Kathy, I think, watched both of them from beginning to end. But
what?
Oh yes, Kathy is a bigger football fan, I think, than I am. She yelled at me because I wasn't watching Lions games. But it's preseason. It's neither here nor there. But a couple things talked about. Was it Maurice Norris? The injury. It's amazing what happened. Then to see, I'm just seeing he was at practice yesterday for the Lions.
Yeah,
this
he was
happened
back
on
in Allen
Friday.
Park today. Yeah.
He was back in Allen Park. He is in concussion protocol. So basically what it looked like he happened. And then I saw it and the running back, it looked like came through and kneed him in the face. Not on purpose. He had his knees high and he went down probably the way he shouldn't have as he never told.
Yeah, he went
let me
to
rephrase that.
tackle and it was low.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Mike, when we started, it was tackle, get your head down and tackle. That's what you were taught in a lot of cases. You're taught to lead with your head. And how many concussions between you and I later? Yeah. And it's sad, but I'm glad to see he's moving around. It's incredible. Did either of you guys actually watch during the game when it was going on?
No, I was at the island, so we didn't get to watch it. Kelly's on. You guys want me to tell you about that night too? No. No. So I was going to ask you guys if so tell me about the end of that and exactly what they did to end the game. You were talking about it, Mark, right?
Yeah. In Jimmy, you were watching too, but from what I read is that the teams wanted the game done. There was about 14 and a half, literally it was the first play of the fourth quarter. They wanted the game to be over. They're like, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't make a deal. Apparently they went to New York and said, hey, let's just end it. And New York, the office was like, nope. Number one, I hate to say it. I mean, the sickest thing that I read that night was all the people betting like, well, what's my bet going to do? It didn't come through. And I needed this to complete a parlay. I needed this. It's disgusting.
Really ridiculous.
But that's what people cared about. And and of course you're cutting a game early, but Jimmy, what you saw too? What ended up happening? What was I was listening on the radio, but they took a snap, and then what ended up happening with the
So
Falcons quarterback?
like you said, New York said they got to play, and both coaches came together and they're like, we don't want to do this, but they told them. So they snapped the ball. They put the ball on the field, and they let 6 minutes plus run off the clock.
Oh wow!
So it was like the longest play ever.
Yeah.
So they just stood there,
and then,
right?
And then they just stood there.
Hmm.
And
Wow.
then
Nobody tackled them.
They all got in a circle, which was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Held hands, said a prayer, and New York was probably like, "All right, these guys aren't budging." So it's ridiculous.
Well, I'm sure they learned.
Like, how do you expect a player to get back on the field after seeing a teammate, even an opposing player? Like, I mean, that's just.
Well, just think about Mike Utley. When Mike Utley got hurt, when he was paralyzed, which is the worst injury that's happened in how many? I mean, obviously Damar Hamlin was horrible, but he's back to what he should be. But when Mike Utley got hurt, they played the game. The rest of the game, it was just like, all right, get back going. In fact, it's something, it was one of the big runs for the Lions that year.
I mean, your mindset, it's just not there anymore. Like, how are you supposed to go out and play the game? And then you're going to make decisions that you probably aren't prepared for, and you might even get injured. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, that's a great point, Jim, because that's what, excuse me, when you're mentally not into a game, especially the game of football, and you're not going 100%.
And a preseason game.
Yeah, right, exactly.
To say, at the least.
Well, and to Mark's point when he was talking about being taught how to tackle back in the day. Well, it's the same thing back in the day when they used to teach us about just the overall mentality of the football game. It's you better give 100% or you're going to get hurt. If you take a play off, if you take half a snap off, the odds of you getting hurt are exponentially higher. So, to your guys' point, I think that they absolutely made the right decision. And Damar Hamlin, nephew. Thank God he's back. Yeah.
I mean, we'll go into that story later. How we know his uncle. Which is interesting. So
we're a big deal. We're a big deal. We know his uncle.
I mean, watching it live, you didn't know what was going on. Like, if he required CPR, but he ended up having a seizure because his spine
compressed.
But yeah.
What's his name on Friday night? You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You could see his legs
were shaking.
Seizing up.
Oh, you could actually see that?
Yeah.
Again, I've been so out of touch for the past 7 days.
The Falcons trainers were the first to see it.
Yeah, the medical crew. I mean, they're phenomenal. How quick they get out there. They got everything. I mean, the ambulance came on, and the way the ambulance didn't take off as quickly as normal was kind of, helped knowing that he was fine.
He was okay.
For the most part. But it was scary. You don't like to see stuff like that.
Never.
It's a vicious sport. It really is.
It is a vicious sport.
It is, and one of the topics I brought up myself. Between playing and coaching, I think I spent 15 years involved in the game. And Mike, you're probably at about 7, 8. You played before high school as well.
Yeah.
What is the worst injury you had that you can, that during the game that you had?
My MCL tear was probably the worst by far. That was mine. Mm-hmm. That was freshman year, running back a punt. Mm-hmm. I was supposed to be, let's see. I played tight end. I played defensive end. And then for some reason, Noose put me in a punt return. That was right after the first week of the season. And I was running back a punt, and I thought I was going to run it back all the way. I planted my right foot, got tackled from behind, and then spun around, and there went the MCL. So that ruined the rest of that year. But that led to me taking a football from 40 yards away off of a crutch and hitting a tree dead center. Noose goes, "You want to play quarterback?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want to play quarterback." Anyways, so that's my worst. What's your worst, Miller?
I broke every finger at least one time. I had this finger snapped all the way back to here one time. It touched the back, I remember breaking my right hand during one of the games, and I had to snap left-handed. Remember they yelled at me for broken fingers trying to go back in.
You snapped left-handed.
Yeah,
me?
it was. It was Mount Carmel. It was a Mount Carmel game. I broke a hand or broke fingers on there, and I had to get them taped up. The EMT wouldn't let me go back in at first because he's like, "You broke fingers, you can't go back in." I'm like, "Give me the tape. I'll tape them back up." And I remember snapping a couple.
What a ferocious man you really were.
I would tell people, you get them caught in a helmet, you turn and it snaps. You'd have that happen.
Yeah.
The worst injury, not accumulative. Like, I mean, I've had bad accumulative injuries, but concussions out of the question. But I think I got my right shoulder partially separated against East Catholic, and I went down to hit Leonard Holmes from East Catholic, and I tried to go low, and I was on defense, and I hit, and they said I just snapped back, and it looked like I was dead. Somebody said how I snapped back from it, but it was partially separated, and I think it was out 1 or 2 weeks because it was pretty bad. But that was the worst ever. Now,
I don't remember you missing games.
Yeah,
you missed
a couple
games.
It was junior. It was sophomore or junior year. Yeah, I missed a game. I separated that shoulder.
Stafford Miller.
That's right.
And now cumulative. I mean, 9 concussions that I know of. When I talked to a neurologist, neurologist said that realistic, my number of concussions is probably 200 plus.
I think you become wiser.
Yeah.
You're basically an invalid.
How many times do you get your bell rung each week in practice?
Oh, plenty. So speaking of East Catholic,
yeah,
those guys used to tackle me. I remember.
Knocked out of you.
Oh, dude, I remember getting hit. Oh yeah, getting hit blindsided by them.
Yeah.
In one of the games, I think it was sophomore year, and I remember on the ground looking up at them, and there was 2 of them, and they're looking at me, and they're like, "Don't even think about getting up." I'm like, "Oh, I'm getting up," and I got up, and they're like, "Whoa, man, I got respect for you." Like, woo. I got hit.
Yeah,
hard.
every time you get your bell rung, every time you have a little wooziness, that's a concussion.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I'm glad they do it. But in my spine, I mean, I've had 2 spinal fusions. I'm fused L1 through S2. So 16 hours of surgery for that. And I think I may have to have another surgery with.
How are you vertical right now?
Titanium. Titanium. But cumulative injuries, that's a different story. Arthritis, everything else, but never really had a horrible. Oh, and I did find out too that apparently I had broken my ankle twice while I played. I never realized it. When I went in for x-rays, they showed me 3 separate fractures I had in my ankle that I never even knew I fractured my ankle. So yeah, those are always fun ones too, but never individual game, all cumulative. Everything just built up over time.
Can we pause for one moment and recognize that it's 9:09 and it's getting dark? Sorry.
Getting dark. It is dark.
Look out. Look, there goes Ward. Squirrel.
It's dark.
Yeah. Just 30 days ago, it was still light. Sorry. Back on topic.
The positive thing of that means it's football season and the kids have to go back to school. Although your kids are there, at least my kid and Jimmy's kid finally kick him back out of the house and get him back to school.
Yeah.
So
listen, I've said it before. I love football. I love football more than anything. But it does give me this moment to pause and go, son of a biscuit. Summer is going to eventually end. Although the weather forecast looks great for the next 2 weeks. 90.
It does.
Yes. Anyways, go ahead. Back to school. Yes, we're going that topic.
Let's talk about our AFC team. We have our NFC team here, and now we got our AFC team, your Cleveland Brownies. Now that Deshaun Watson isn't the main quarterback there, I can root for them again.
Listen, this is what happens when you're a Browns fan. You get excited about the preseason
Super Bowl.
Yeah. What's the dudes on 92.3, I guess, in Cleveland today? They were singing Super Bowl. Like, this is where we're at with the Brownies. I mean, okay, so yes, Shador clearly did not play like a 5th-round draft pick. I understand it is the preseason, but here's his stats: 14 to 23, 138 yards. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He was sacked twice. His passer rating was 106.8. That's pretty doggone good. I mean,
he was efficient.
He was efficient. He looked okay. Again, it's preseason. It's 2nd, 3rd string, 4th string players. but he looked calm. His reads, the reads he was making, the way he stepped up in the pocket, the way he felt pressure, the way he moved out of the pocket, the way his eyes were downfield. That one play where he rolled out to the right and he threw the ball on the run. And what was his name? The receiver that caught it one-handed. But he put touch on the ball in between 3 defenders. That was phenomenal. Again, I keep saying this, preseason.
Base defense against guys that are going to be bagging groceries next week.
Correct.
In 6 weeks, yeah.
But as a Browns fan, as a lifelong Browns fan, and what we've been subjected to, we get excited about the wonderful preseason. We're not the Lions right now. Clearly, they have to get excited. Yeah,
that's
for the first time of hearing that, it's actually a positive. We're not the Lions.
Yeah, it's almost an oxymoron saying that.
I don't think I've ever heard that.
Yeah, we're not the Lions right now. Well, I mean, listen, the expectations are for them to go to the Super Bowl. I mean, it's just that simple. The Browns, the expectation is to win 7 games. I mean, geez, oh, Pete's. 3-14 is unacceptable. Stefanski knows that. The Haslams know that. They've admitted it in some of the press conferences that they talked about. Going 3-14 ain't going to cut it. And if they go 3-14 or worse than that, or even only win 4 or 5 games, I think Stefanski's in trouble. And that's pretty bad considering he is a 2-time coach of the year. So, but listen, I mean, anytime you win a game, preseason, regular season, whatever it might be, and you have some outstanding performances. They didn't turn the ball over. They caused 3 turnovers. Again, preseason, base defense. But there's positives to take out of it. So I think it's pretty cool. And Shedeur is going to have to – clearly there is a maturation process because he did call out one of the reporters. Mark, you and I were talking about this. It was not nearly as bad as they kind of tried to make it out to be.
I was watching and they're like, he went after one of the I guess I can't remember the guy's name, but him and Mary Kay, I can't remember the other
Mary
2
Kay
big
Cabot.
reporters. Yeah, the Mary Kay Cabot and him are the 2 biggest, reporters in Cleveland they've been there for years. And when I heard it, I'm thinking he's getting in his face yelling, what are you going to do now? It was to me, it was playful. It was, you're going to finally write a good piece about me. You got to write something nice about me now.
For the
it
love
wasn't what it was made out to be.
Of everything that is holy. And may I just reiterate my talking point of the last 5 minutes. As a Browns fan, ESPN reports, this just happened 8:43 p.m. Myles Garrett cited for driving 100 miles an hour in a 60-mile-per-hour zone on the interstate in a Cleveland suburb early Saturday morning. That's it!
Well, they have 5 other quarterbacks, so you should be good.
No, Myles Garrett. Garrett, defensive end. Myles Garrett,
the guy who signed the most expensive NFL contract for a defensive lineman ever.
Yeah. Who said he wasn't going back to Cleveland, but then he went back to Cleveland.
And it was the same area that Shedeur Sanders was caught doing 101 in June. I-70.
Oh, Myles. Myles is such a good guy too, man. He's so. I don't know. Whatever. I mean,
Dominican Sue. Call him.
Yeah.
A gray Ferrari at 2:06 a.m.
Cleveland Browns defensive end Myles Garrett was issued a citation for speeding on the interstate in a Cleveland suburb early Saturday morning. According to court records, after he was clocked going 100 miles per hour in a 60-mile-an-hour zone, a team spokesperson said the Browns are aware of the incident. Garrett was pulled over at 2:01 a.m. in Strongsville, Ohio. I know that area. According to the records, he was given a $250 fine and does not have to appear in court Thursday morning if he pays it. Browns played their preseason opener against Carolina and Charlotte on Friday. Garrett was one of several veterans who sat out the game. He participated in training camp practice Monday morning. Wow, I forgot about this. This comes 3 years after Garrett was issued a citation for failure to control his motor vehicle in the aftermath of a single car crash that left him with a left shoulder sprain, right bicep strain after his vehicle went off the side of the road. I totally forgot about that. Back then, Garrett was traveling at an unsafe speed for the type of roadway, which contributed to the accident. Garrett was driving 65 miles per hour on a road with a 45 mile per hour speed limit.
Why don't they build these guys a racetrack? Like,
coming to the M1 concourse. That's what they did here.
Yeah, just
Well, okay. Listen, we've talked about this with the gambling and some of the extracurricular activities that happen at bars and restaurants. Clearly, with motor vehicles going at excessive rates of speed, these guys get. I don't know. Do you want to call it a Napoleon complex? They just
been told no. They haven't been told no their entire lives.
Correct, exactly. And you hear about the NFL having all of these training courses, ethics training courses, which some of us that work for corporations have to take as well. But I think you just hit the nail right on the head, Mark. Most of these guys, elite athletes that have never been told no.
Hey, that's my word.
Oh, I'm sorry. Forgot.
Phenomenal
athletes. These phenomenal athletes that have never been told no. I don't want to pass judgment, but Miles, yeah, come on, man. You got to be better than that. You know better. But as a Browns fan, we're going to hold out hope for this next preseason game this Friday night. Yeah, let's go, Shadur.
All right. So speaking of the Lions, yeah, go ahead, Jimmy.
No, I was just saying testosterone. I mean, they're leaving practice and they're like, "Oh, let's go." But like, you can't do that.
You got a Ferrari, you got to drive it fast.
Well,
yeah.
That's why I said get them a track.
Yeah.
I have a C-Ray. Does that mean I have to drive slow? No, I'm kidding.
Start putting tracks around the.
All right, so
field.
let's talk about the you talk about the Lions. We'll talk about how the worst thing about the Lions being good or the Tigers being good or any of these guys being good, the cost to get into the game. So this Saturday, the Lions are playing the Miami Dolphins in a preseason game down at Ford Field. A couple years ago, I remember taking Carter, a bunch of his friends. I paid $3 per ticket, and I got like 10, 15 tickets in the upper deck, and a bunch of us went, had a good time, wasn't a big deal. So take a guess what the cheapest ticket to get in to the Dolphins-Lions game this Saturday at 1 p.m. for the first home preseason game.
85.
Hold on. It's my turn to guess. I'm going with 84.
Price is right.
Actually, I'm going $1. $47.
Damn it! I knew I was going to go.
47.
$47 to get in.
Ward wins that one.
So
By
to
$1.
get into the Texans game, same thing. That's the second preseason game next, the 23rd. So let's talk about the home opener against. Let's see here. The home opener against.
I'm not cheating.
I'm gonna guess this is on StubHub. So the home game, the first home game, the 14th, is against the Bears at home. Let's go cheapest ticket to get in.
Okay, so.
And by the way, it's standing room. I'll give you that.
Standing room.
All right, Jim, your turn to guess again first.
Standing room 155.
Mike?
219.
350.
Holy, come on.
Wow.
Most expensive, 1,800.
Dude, the last standing room tickets I bought was against the Bears Monday Night Football, the loudest recorded.
If you wanted to go to Lambeau Field for the true opener that Sunday afternoon, only $300.
Oh, really?
$300.
Oh.
Now let's talk about some of the other ones. When the Lions played at the Baltimore Ravens on a Monday night, $160. When they play the Bengals, that one's expensive, $318.
Is that
Kansas City? $319.
This is all standing room still.
Standing room, right?
Nope. Those are actual tickets. These are the away games, by the way. These are all away games.
Okay.
If you want to go see them play the Commies in Washington, $243.
Will Taylor Swift be at the game in Kansas City?
The Eagles, $220. And right now, Jimmy, the cheapest ticket for them to see them play any game for regular season is $147 at SoFi Stadium when they play the Rams on December 14th, 2 days after my birthday.
That'll go up.
That'll definitely go up.
Yeah.
That'll definitely go up because both teams are going to be jockeying for playoff positioning.
Yeah.
I think the Rams are going to be really good this year.
Yeah, the Rams are going to be good.
And Stafford's dealing with back issues again, but he got shot up. So
yeah, I think this is going to be his last year.
Tough cookie.
Yeah. Now let's go from.
Hold on, real quick. I just want to say this, and I'm kind of stealing this from the local sports talk radio, but they were bringing up today about the Hendon Hooker experience. And I agree with this. That needs to go away. If Jared Goff goes down and Hendon Hooker is your backup quarterback, this season's over. It's just that simple. Again, that's not my thoughts, but I certainly echo that thought.
Just get one of the 17 that the Browns have. We'll take one of those. But
yeah,
you can say that's
what they're going to have to do.
Why not get Jameis Winston? I mean, I get it. The guy's a little turnover prone, but he's won games in the NFL. I mean, he's got experience.
The Giants, right?
He's with the Giants.
He's with the Giants.
Russell Wilson,
and he's playing
the Giants.
Yeah. Honestly, what team? You can't say that about any team, but I agree that if he's down for 1 or 2 games, you got to have somebody competent. I would have loved to have seen. I would love to have seen Teddy Bridgewater come back.
Well,
he signed with Tampa.
He did sign with Tampa.
Yeah, he signed with backup for Tampa.
I was gonna make a joke and say, well, you got to pull him away from his high school coaching job again.
Oh no, he's suspended this year from high school. Yeah.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
He bought like a limo bus for the team, and he had to transport him around. And it wasn't like he gave him cash and stuff. He took care of the team.
Bad. It was just
no.
Oh, you mean he wasn't videotaping games? Oh, I am so sorry. There's my Tourette's again. Go ahead.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm anxious to see it. One of the things we have not talked about, but we're going to talk about here in the next week or two, because college season is going to start. We'll talk about Michigan, talk about Michigan State. We'll talk about the best team in the state, Western Michigan, of course. And we'll go over some other stuff too. But
can I just say something about Michigan football?
Oh boy.
University of Michigan or Michigan as a state football?
The University of Michigan football program.
Correction, there's no the.
Oh, yeah, there's no the. I find myself, unfortunately, somewhat, very minusculely rooting for the number 19 on that football program. Do you know who that is?
Bryce Underwood?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
For some reason, that number looks good on that kid, and I think he's a good young man. I think he's going to be. Yeah. He's a great talent, and he's wearing 19. So I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm pulling for him. So there you go.
Even through all this money stuff, his parents did it smart with what they were doing. I mean, you can't say much.
No. Yeah, he seems like a pretty good kid. He's another one. I mean, just like I was talking about earlier with Shador and the way he was reading the field, reading the defense, and his pocket presence. The little bit that I've seen of Bryce, it kind of reminds me of the same thing. He does seem to have a pretty good feel for the game, a feel for the quarterback position, knowing when to get out of the pocket, hitting receivers when he needs to. Oh, there's strange people walking down my street with lights. So yeah. Anyways, I think he's going to be pretty good.
He looks pretty sharp and comfortable.
He does.
Yeah.
Much to the chagrin of the Ohio State University Buckeyes, the defending national champions,
but still can't beat Michigan. So speaking of can't win, can't beat, let's talk about. Do we want to call it a great collapse right now? Everything going on with the Tigers. Right now, it's tied 1-1 in the middle. It's going into the bottom of the 7th against the White Sox in Chicago. The team is hitting, which is okay, which is good, but it just seems like they can't hold a lead. They can't, even against the Angels this past weekend. They'd score a few. They had a 7-0 lead yesterday and had to hold on to win 9-3.
Yep.
Or whatever it was. And it just seems like nothing's happening easy for this team right now. Something is, I don't know if he's just not managing the bullpen correctly, if their arms he's got to figure out, but I don't know what it is.
It's a combination. I mean, this whole, what they call it last year, bullpen Fire by whatever the heck it was called. What's the
Oh,
tagline that they used?
Chaos, pitching chaos.
Pitching chaos.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's obviously not working this year. Most of the same arms are in the bullpen. They're just not performing the way they were last year. And here's the other aspect of this. They rode the momentum of everybody wrote us off. We have a 0.9% chance of making the playoffs. Nobody's given us a chance, and you know where. We're gonna prove the whole world wrong, and we're gonna erase an 11-game deficit on August 9th or whatever the heck it was. Remarkable comeback by them to make the playoffs and then be 2 outs away from going to the American League Championship Series. This is completely the opposite. They had a 15-game lead on the Guardians, which is now down to 5 on Saturday. Cleveland lost and the Tigers won yesterday, so it popped it back to 6. But I mean, shades of 06 when they had, I think they had an 11-game lead on Minnesota, and the Twins came all the way back and won the division. I think it would certainly go down as probably one of the most epic collapses in recent memory. I don't want to say history, but yeah. 15. Listen, I was on this podcast a month ago, and I said, "Do we have any funeral music for the Guardians, for the Tribe?"
Yeah,
and you guys are laughing at me. Now I'm kind of mincing my words.
And they lose their closer. Their closer's
That's how
gone for the
baseball
year.
goes, though.
It is, yeah, spot on, Jim. Exactly, it's exactly how baseball goes. It's so streaky, it's ridiculous. But you had local sports talk radio talking about. Okay, so let's start thinking about who we want to play in the playoff. Almost verbatim. This is over. The Tigers have won the division. This is in late June. They're talking this, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, we joke on the podcast. You are a rather large sports talk radio station with a very large audience, and you're in public saying that the division's over. I was cringing at that point, like, there's a lot of season left, man. I'm not so sure that I would be saying that this is absolutely over, but it's a pennant race, folks. There's plenty of baseball left to be played. The magic number's down to 31.
I wouldn't even have that talk before the All-Star break.
Heck no. And I don't think AJ. I don't listen. AJ
I
Hinch
understand
didn't
you
have
to talk it.
Yeah,
but
I don't think AJ Hinch was in the clubhouse saying, "Hey, fellas, we're done. We got this thing wrapped up." Hell no, he didn't say that. But anyways.
So, for sake of an argument, and if you guys don't have it up on your screen, what do you think is the largest lead number wise that any team in the league has over the first place, second place teams
right now?
What do you think that number is?
I think it's 8, isn't it?
Jimmy?
7.
6.
So
6 is the largest lead. The Tigers have that. It's the Blue Jays have a 4-game lead over the Red Sox. By the way, the Yankees are in third place, 6.5 out. The Astros have a half-game lead over the Mariners. And in the National League, the Phillies have a 6-game, Brewers have a 6-game, and the Dodgers have a 2-game. Now, the Brewers, and I know the Brewers have been on fire. They are 9-1 in their last 10. The Phillies 8-2 in their last 10.
Well,
you
look at the Cubs though. The Cubs were 5 games up on the Brewers. So think about that. I would argue that's probably a worse collapse than what the Tigers do. And the Tigers haven't collapsed. They still have a 6-game lead. The Cubs had a 5-game lead. I think it was a 5-game lead, 4 or 5. They now are 6 games in the hole. Huh?
Tigers are still 17 games over 500. They're 68-51. They're tied they have the second best record in the American League. It's a collapse. They're 5-5 over their last 10, but they went through that bad stretch. This is
what happens when everybody starts getting way ahead of themselves. Go back to the Lions leading up to the Washington game. This whole town was 99.99999% positive that the Lions were going to trounce the Commanders. and look what happened. It's this
Bring on Philly.
huh?
It was Bring on Philly.
I don't understand where the overconfidence comes from, and a lot of it's
still have a bad taste in my mouth about that game.
Oh, but who wouldn't?
Jesus.
I get it. It's media driven. It's media driven because of talking points. It's media driven because it gets people to phone in, to text in, to talk, social media, this, that, and everything else. But it does kind of create this aura of, hey, we're the Lions or we're the Tigers, and we're going to bang on our chest, and nobody's going to catch us. Dude, don't count your chickens before they're hatched. Eggs before whatever it is.
Stay away from media.
Stay away from media. Yeah,
players
exactly.
Seclude them.
And that's the sad thing about media. And I mean, technically, yes, we're media now too. We're talking about this stuff. You got to come up with things to talk about. If you almost have to invent, the media's got to invent things to really discuss and bring up, because if you just talk about the normal stuff, it's whatever. It gets boring. People have to talk. And
Miller, you want to talk about something fun real quick?
Sure. What's that?
Yeah.
25 fun facts, and I'm imagining I'm going to surprise you with this because I'm going to have a lot of faith in you, because I think you're going to know who this team is. 25 fun facts about the Dayton Dragons to celebrate their 25th season.
They play at Fifth Third Field, if I'm not mistaken.
Where the hell did this come from?
Well, listen. Okay, so
they're in the
Dragons play
Midwest League
at Beautiful Day Air Ballpark in downtown Dayton, one of the finest minor league baseball facilities in the nation. Seats.
It used to be Fifth Third. I do know it used to be.
I think you're
Third.
right. Yeah, I think you are correct. Yeah.
I threw a stool there once.
6,831 seat stadium, 27 luxury seats, and 7 permanent concession stands. Now, listen, this is what endured me to this, why these guys are so popular. Okay, you ready for this? The Dragons have completed 1,573 consecutive sold-out games to date, which is, yes, the longest streak in the history of sports in North America.
I will say there's not much to do in Dayton. I almost went to school there. And you're far enough away from Cincy and far enough away from Toledo and Columbus. There's not much to do.
Yeah, the Dragons have finished in the top 10 in attendance overall. Over all levels of minor league baseball for each of their first 24 seasons. That includes triple, double A, high A, single A, and 3 rookie leagues.
That league, that Midwest League, they have some of the most beautiful stadiums. You look at Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne's got a beautiful stadium there. You look at I have to say,
the Lugnuts?
Lansing, Lansing's nice, but it's a dump compared to some of these others. And I don't mean to disparage Lansing, but it's these other
West Michigan Whitecaps. Have you been there?
And even I've been drove by there a couple weeks ago too. It looks like a outlet mall when you see it from the road.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's some things that are really cool about it, but that whole league, that Midwest League, is really sweet when it comes to some of those fields.
Would you like to have one more useless fact?
Of course.
The Dragons ranked number 1 in Dippin' Dots sales in the Minor League Baseball Network. Wow. You can get Dippin' Dots in section 106, 108, 111, 116, and out on the lawn in the A section. Woo! Man.
Okay.
This is
great. How do you compare that to Cedar Point?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah.
At least you're not going to fall off.
There's some of our useless facts.
That being said, we're going to put this out as a clip. Our baseball allegiances are pretty sold. Our major league stuff. I'm going to put our minor league allegiance up for auction. We're going to put this out there to all the minor league teams. We need to pick a minor league team. Dayton Dragons might be up there. You've got some other cool ones that are out there. So we're going to put this clip out. All the minor league baseball teams out there, I'm talking to you right now. Why should we be a fan of your team? What has the best merchandise? What has the best hats? Once we pick this, we get this set, send us some stuff. We'll wear it. We'll promote. We'll talk about your team.
Send us a John Gruden box.
How come he gets all that stuff just to throw out?
Yeah. Did you see I feel like he's
the
a
Western
fan
stuff
of
too.
Everything.
He is.
Yeah.
He's awesome. I love him.
I love him too. Oh, some of those video
yes,
clips
the
of
guy,
him
the
with
guy
the,
pumps me up so much.
Yeah. Hold on, one last one. Special
right,
honorees
sorry.
at Dragons games have included Johnny Bench, Joe Morgan, Barry Larkin, Eric Davis, Marty Brenneman, Archie Griffin, and Magic Johnson.
Although I don't think you're going to take Marty Brenneman out of there after Nick Castellanos with the home run to left field.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I know. So there you go. I thought that was our fun fact, baseball fact for the day.
I think that's pretty darn good. I love fun
That was
facts, and I
fun.
love useless trivia when it comes to that.
I thought the 1,573 or whatever the heck sold out games was pretty. That was pretty doggone impressive. So.
And speaking of useless things, Mike, you got a rant?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
It's time for everyone's favorite segment, Mike's Rant of the Week. And now, here is Mike with his rant.
Oh man, I've missed the wonderful introduction from Kathy the last couple weeks since we've been off on vacation. Today's rant comes compliments to the idea came from, and it certainly spurred my rant radar, I guess you would say, from our friend Shane Strahler. He said, "What about people on cell phones and restroom stalls?" So we're going back to the restroom theme. One of my former rants was about, unfortunately, the people in the men's restrooms that go into the stalls and unfortunately urinate all over the seats. Now, this one is just as aggravating. The people in the stalls or at the urinals on their phones having a conversation and having loud conversations at that. Now, I think some of this has to do with the overcompensation from some of the lewd noises coming from the apparatuses that are on the seat themselves. I don't know. I mean, these noises echo in these public restrooms. So can you just imagine being the person on the other end of the line and hearing explosive diarrhea, which of course which unfortunately Jimmy had some of that unfortunate experience a few weeks ago, hence why he was not on the podcast. But yeah, I mean, seriously.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. That was an exaggeration. But come on, really? You're in a public restroom. Do you have to be on the phone having a conversation?
Gotta go to the bathroom, gotta go to the bathroom, gotta go to the bathroom, gotta go to the bathroom.
There you go.
I don't understand it. Politely tell the other person on the line, you know what? I got to do something real quick. I'm going to call you back in 5 minutes. As opposed to subjecting the person on their line, asking questions, but they're probably not going to ask you, but they're asking themselves, did I just hear a loud flatulation and
Are you in the bathroom right now?
Yeah, are you in a bathroom right now? So let's be better. Let's be better, America, and human beings in general. Let's hang up the phones, not have loud conversations while you're unfortunately doing your business in a public restroom. So there's today's rant.
I agree. This started off a text chain between all of us. We kind of talking with Shane, and I think the only thing worse than that, and I want to make weird noises, or I want to do something in the background. Jenny, thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry.
Why is it, and maybe it's a age thing, why is it that everybody has to have every phone call as a FaceTime, and they have to walk around with somebody like this?
Terrible.
Just and it's like, wouldn't you get sick from the movement of everyone?
Okay, so you guys got to explain. You guys,
yeah.
I need you
talking like this. Yeah.
I need you guys to okay, so I have an Android, a Samsung, so I don't have the FaceTime thing. So I honestly, huh?
You have Google Meet, which is the same thing. Yeah.
Okay. Well, honestly, I think if I have had one FaceTime call in 10 years, that might be a lot. So is this what people do now? They have these FaceTime calls? Seriously?
Ask Kaylee and Bob how much they FaceTime with their significants.
Oh yeah.
I'd be willing to bet it's probably 80% to 90%
Every time
of
I
the
go to
time.
the grocery store, I mean, there's people walking around. They're like, "Oh yeah." And
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that.
And it's
Well, this particular bottle of ketchup says this, and I see them holding their, they're holding their phones
I
up
used
like
to
this.
think it was annoying that wearing an earpiece or a
Mhm.
ear pod, and they're walking around. I'm like, who the hell are they talking to? Now
Oh,
that doesn't
yeah.
bother me anymore because they're either FaceTiming or they're walking around talking on speakerphone.
Or they're listening to
Carter would do this. Carter would just set the phone down and just have another conversation with somebody. I'm like, aren't you on the phone with somebody? Well, yeah, I'll pick it back up. I'm like, just hang the phone up, call them back.
Yeah.
Why you have to? Oh,
Man, you guys have gotten right into the rant segment. This is great.
I know.
You guys are
I know.
ranting.
Seriously,
Now it's going to be the
it's-
UFP rant of the week, not just mine.
it is.
I
We'll
like
get that sponsored one
I
day
just
by
want to
like.
roundhouse these people.
Yeah. They got to go to what's a roundhouse kick from a man in these pants. Forget about it.
Or I'm gonna roundhouse your ass.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that one.
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go.
Yeah,
I ain't got time
Rex
to be distracted by
Kwando.
your worthless time in. Gone.
Come on now.
Oh, it's a great show,
Yeah.
by the way. The Righteous Gemstones, if you haven't seen it.
Is that what that's from?
So, yeah, that's Uncle Baby Billy from Righteous Gemstones, a great character. But back to school, Mike. This is the first time in I'm going to say for you, 22 years that you have not had a child go to elementary or high school.
That
Isn't
would be an accurate statement. As
Kay's going to college, but
Kay's going to college,
Yeah.
not high school. As a matter of fact, we were talking about that on the vacation last week to Kelly's Island. You guys want me to go on another dissertation? No, I'm kidding.
they went on the boat back and
Tell us
forth.
about Kelly's Island.
Yeah, you guys want to know about Kelly's Island?
Was Lon's
I'll tell you
wine
about.
there?
I'll tell you. No, that's Middle Bass. You son of a gun. That's where we drink wine and dance till the wee hours of the morning. Thank God we weren't on the cliff when it
Lumpy had
collapsed.
skills.
Oh, that's what I did forget to tell you. Here I go. You got me in my ADD.
Here we go.
We saw the Sunny S. Miller where we did. That was where we all live in a yellow submarine, at least for our group. That was
Every
where,
night.
Yeah, going back and forth from Middle Bass to Put-in Bay. We would get on that thing, and you and Beeth and Buck and I would start the "We All Live in a Yellow Submarine" chant / Oh man, there were people that were on the trip with us last week that did not know about the Sunny S. They're like, "Oh, I want to ride that." I'm like, "Well, you can certainly go over and stay at Middle Bass and go back and forth on the Sunny S." So, but yeah,
No, go ahead.
no, I was going to say we were so yes, Kaylee is off to Oakland. The Golden Grizzlies is replicated by your hat there, represented by your hat there. But yeah, this is the first time. I can't believe it. I mean, when you take Charlotte to school and you walk her in and you take her to her locker and then you walk her into her class on that first day, I swear to you, I wish I could do it every single year. I just remember those days with both Bobby and Kaylee because Bobby was older, take him first and then take Kaylee second. And she'd get all excited and I love you, Daddy. And out you go. You too, Jim. Do the same thing with Lex. As long as they'll let you do it. You guys,
I have to miss it this year. I have to be in Phoenix for work, and I have to be on like a 6 a.m. flight, so I can't take her to school the first day. It's the first time I'm going to miss it.
What day does
So
TCT start?
There's a FaceTime out there.
Oh, there's
What's
a
that?
FaceTime. Yeah. When's TCT starting?
The 24th, the 25th, whatever that Monday is. The 25th. Yep.
Early. Yeah.
Yeah, the week before. I talk with some my ADD getting in. I work with schools around, and Indiana schools have been back in session for about 2 weeks now.
What?
A week and a half. Yeah. They started last
Seriously?
week in July, first week in August. Yeah.
Oh, see, that's absurd. Don't get me on a rant about that.
Yeah. So
Labor
they've been
Day,
back. Yeah.
Labor Day.
So, but yeah, it's rough. Gonna have to miss that, but I mean, I'm there every year, and yeah, I every year we get the picture with her, and by the way, I've officially hit this past. Charlotte and I got to spend a day on Friday, which is nice, but I'm officially reached that I'm embarrassing her stage with things that I do.
Really?
Oh yeah, it started. Daddy, don't do that. Daddy, don't. No, it's Dad, and now it's Dad. It's not even Daddy.
How old is she? 9.
She's 8. Gonna be 9 in February.
Yeah, Lexi probably already started that with you, Jim. I know she has.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, she has.
Like she's
And
she's
don't call
Spitfire.
You're
a
daddy.
little
You're not
Spitfire.
daddy either.
Yeah.
She's a Spitfire.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
All three of us have young girls. Yeah. Needless to say.
Just wait. You both just wait. It's a coming. Actually, I'll tell you
to
this.
a nunnery.
Hey, you guys want to know what I did last week? I was on a vacation to Kelly's Island. You also know what happened to Kelly's
is this
Island?
a fun fact?
Yeah, it's another fun fact.
Did you take a boat?
We took a boat, and I will tell you this: that again, this is an adaptation for me to have an adjustment with the kids. But both Kaylee and Bobby brought their quote unquote significant others and stayed for the entire week. This was the first time that has ever happened. So both Samantha and Dom were there, and they had an absolute blast. They were indoctrined into the Ward Weisenberger family vacation, which I think they probably are scarred for life.
For that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they're probably
I must
brainwashed
say,
or
those,
scarred. One of
Those
the
two
two
are pretty. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, they're
kids.
they were both genuinely appreciative and both said thank you to Beck and I multiple times that they both had an absolute blast.
What was the sleeping arrangements? I have to ask that.
Oh, well, Dom and Kaylee were well within earshot and sight of Rebecca and I. There was no touching. There was no canoodling. There was
room for the Holy Spirit.
There was a barrier.
Did you sleep?
I slept, and I put 12-inch round fenders in between them.
Full body pillow.
Yeah,
I could totally.
And
see that.
I blew the fenders up to maximum rigidity to make sure that there was a large barrier between them. Bob and Samantha stayed on Lee's boat. I'm not sure that there was a barrier of fenders between them, but of course they're older, a little more mature, but well within the respectable arrangements for. I can't call them children because they're 18 years old, so they are technically adults.
Young adults.
They're young adults, but we were all raised Catholic. We all know exactly what we're supposed to be doing as parents, and our observations of said relationships. But no, all kidding aside, it was a great week. Those two again were very appreciative and certainly made that known. So it was really cool.
Where'd you guys
That's
go
awesome.
again?
A place in Lake Erie called Kelly's Island, and we were on a boat. We're on a boat.
Was that a marina? I think you said.
Yeah, was that a marina?
With some other people.
Yes, there's other people
I think I
there.
heard of it.
It was on a lake. It was on Kelly's Island. Inscription
boat.
Rock. You guys want me to tell you all about the wineries and everything else?
No, we're good.
How about
We're
the
good.
glacial grooves? The glacial grooves. Would you like to know that? The quarries? No.
Oh, good Lord.
You guys
Why
got
did
me
you
off on a
get started?
tangent. You should never have started with me talking about my vacation because it's fresh in my mind. It's Monday after I got back. I had to deal with all this crap this morning with work. Not crap. I tried to stay on top of it as much as possible. This job does not allow you to unplug. It does to an extent.
It's relentless.
It is pretty much nonstop. And
Well,
self-inflicted wound. I did not put my out of office on. I thought my voicemail greeting said that I was on vacation, but it didn't.
No, it makes it worse, dude.
I know.
It does.
You get the, oh, wow, must be nice. I can't tell you how many of those I got when I told somebody, must be nice. Well, I can't wait to take a vacation someday.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, listen, we're allowed vacations. Well, I'm technically allowed 5 weeks of vacation a year. I don't even come close to taking 5 weeks, but
no,
I digress.
You were in sales. I remember talking to my boss, another tangent, but you're in sales. Number one, of your commission, your everything else, you don't get paid technically if you're off. You get paid when you're working.
Right.
And I hate when somebody else is doing with my customers, and I know no one's going to steal anything. No one's going to have anything like that, but it's like,
Well, and they make you feel bad for
yeah,
taking a day or 5 days off.
Hey, you want to know what's a really good chocolate milkshake at the Pump at Kelly's Island? It's called a Brandy Alexander.
Can I mute him? But I'm going to see if I can mute Mike.
Why can't I talk? You guys are never going to allow me to talk about vacation again.
It was my mistake. I mentioned it at first to say, Mike, where have you been? What have you been doing? That was my bad to say that. But it's an hour and 23 minutes in. It's amazing how time flies when we're kind of doing this.
Yeah, Jimmy goes, what are we going to be, short 45 minutes? And Miller goes, I don't know, man. When you weren't here, Mike and I rambled on for an hour and a half, and
totally
here we go
missed
again.
that one.
Yeah.
Bad call.
So,
yeah.
All right. I'm going to regret asking this. What's your guys' weeks look like?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm going to stay out of the hospital.
I got nothing. Nah, well, mine actually, believe it or not, is pretty quiet, relatively speaking. It's going to be 90 degrees. I will tell you this on a work note, because there are certainly people that listen to all of us that we work with. But the amount of calls last week, and then the amount of calls today, and the amount of actual orders that I put in for winterization, I hate saying that word, shrink wrap and antifreeze already is remarkable. It never ceases to amaze me every year this early in August. Well, I mean, if you think about it, what did we just talk about? Kids are going to start going back to school. The snowbirds, they seriously start thinking about going back to Florida or Arizona or wherever it is that they go right after Labor Day. So it usually starts at the inland lake level. So the smaller lakes, right? Devil's Lake, Wamplers, you guys have all been out there with me before. All those pontoon boats, there's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of them. So these dealers have to start now, right? Bigger boats is a different story. A lot of those stay until October, November. But yeah, here we go. So this week is going to be all about, again, if you guys are out there listening, watching, talk to me about shrink wrap and antifreeze. I don't care. It's 90 degrees. I still love it, but we'll talk about it. So there you go. That's this week's plan of attack.
Miller?
I'm doing a tour of Lake Michigan, Grand Rapids, Muskegon.
Swimming?
No. Then down to South Bend. I'm going to go to Notre Dame. I'm going to go to Bethel University. I'm going to go to Valparaiso, and then I got to go to Chicago and eventually get back by Friday morning and kind of enjoy that. Carter's coming home. He just turned 21, so had his birthday a couple weeks ago, and finally get to see him and enjoy it as a family, do some things.
Did I miss that?
Enjoy some time. August 2nd was his birthday. He had some fun. A bunch of friends go down to see him, but he's 21.
Thanks for the invite, you worthless piece of no.
I didn't even get invited. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, well, that doesn't surprise me.
So
Did you get invited to Kelly's?
Well, yeah, we weren't invited to Kelly's, but they wouldn't allow me to have my sailboat there, my little boat. By the way, I just want to let you guys know, a week from Saturday, August 23rd, noon Eastern time, kicks off the college football season with Iowa State playing Kansas State in Dublin, Ireland.
Oh, my word.
Oh, boy.
And then you got Idaho State and UNLV, Fresno at Kansas, Sam Houston at Western Kentucky. This is all week 0 matchups.
Is it week 0? Right.
Yeah. And Stanford in Hawaii, which, you know what? There's nothing better than when we were going to the bars on Saturday nights and seeing a Hawaii game kick off at midnight. It was awesome to see. You'd always have football on.
Yeah, did you see?
And then,
Texas at Ohio State. This is the first time in history that the preseason number 1 ranked team, meaning Texas, is a 2.5-point underdog at Ohio State. Yeah. First time ever the number 1 ranked team preseason, anyways, is
I didn't see that.
Yeah, is an underdog going into that game, which
that's
probably will play right into. Huh?
It's a great schedule. That although it's the worst time for you. You hate those big noon kickoffs.
I despise them. Oh, we still have to go. We have to dive into that. We got to put that. We have to put that on the schedule. I'm talking about how they're trying to stop it.
So we're going to have to do. By the way, Mike and Jimmy were enthralled that a couple years ago I was able to bring a TV and just hook it up, and we were watching TV and football games at the marina.
At the marina,
we're gonna have to do that again
because you got to do that again.
We're doing live streaming there.
Okay, listen, I'm gonna. Hold on, quick rant. There's a great example right there. So what did you just say? Watching football at the marina on a TV, sitting around, right? Okay, if it's 90 degrees at noon on Labor Day weekend, here we go again. People are it's just noise in the background. Why is it not a 7:30 kick? For crying out loud, that big of a game. Prime time.
I'm looking to see what the primetime game is that night. Oh, LSU Clemson, which is another big game.
Yeah, that's a big game. But I would argue that the number 2 ranked teams in the country, and by the way, the the ranking national college football champion is playing. So, but okay, well, LSU Clemson's a good game.
Oh, and then that Sunday, God, you got Virginia Tech in South Carolina. You got Notre Dame in Miami, and TCU. And
that's Sunday of Labor Day weekend.
Sunday is Notre Dame in Miami at 7:30, and then 8:00 on Monday is TCU at North Carolina. That's Bill Belichick debut with Jordan.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that'll be a good one.
You're actually getting me kind of excited. Not about the end of summer.
And
I haven't dove in yet.
No, I haven't either.
Let's go the big game. 7 p.m. on Friday, August 29th is the Western Michigan Broncos at Michigan State University. It's an 18.5-point spread. I'll take Western in that game.
Hey, Miller, real quick.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that you know about Western Michigan's new turf. Yes?
Yes.
You do.
They just installed all brand new turf in their practice facility and at their in their stadium. And I did not think it was the brown field. I don't think they did that this year.
There it is. See it?
Yeah. They're bringing. Is it the brown? No, it's green. It's a normal turf.
Yeah, it's green.
Yeah. What they did do is they've got a. It's pretty sweet how they did it. I remember being there when it was grass and talking about how they installed it. It was pretty sweet to some of the stuff that they did.
Jim, did you notice what the name of the field is at Waldo Stadium?
No.
Stafford Smith Field at Waldo Stadium. Ooh, that does look turf. Pretty good. That looks awesome. Yeah. Man, that's
tell you what,
beautiful.
It's a nice. We may have to go up there for a game this year.
I'd love to
get some passes. It's an awesome atmosphere. It's a really cool stadium.
As long as She Goes is there, that's all I care about.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Stafford South. Nice.
Oh man,
absolutely.
Yeah. That's gorgeous.
It's a cool place.
I'm not just saying that. That looks awesome.
Yeah, it's a nice.
I like the fact that it doesn't have the striping in between every 5 yards.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just all green.
Mm-hmm. No, it's a great
Thankfully,
stadium.
It's not
a cool place.
Colored field either. That should be outlawed immediately.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Eastern Michigan's field,
blue field. Oh. Who has the blue field?
Boise State.
Boise State. And then you got the red field
at Orchard Lake St. Mary's,
or for Eastern Washington.
Yeah.
Eastern Washington has the red field too.
They have it too. Orchard Lake St. Mary's out in whatchamacallit. They have it. Like
the worst one is Eastern's. Eastern's gray one is it's pathetic.
Lake Orion.
We're getting off on a real tangent about football fields and everything else. We'll discuss that later in the year, but we got another big week coming up. Thank you guys. You guys got a week off from us, so appreciate you guys coming back. We're going to have some good stuff. Remember, like, share, listen. We're getting our numbers up there, so we really appreciate it. But
you had a week off of us to contemplate your life and think to yourself, how can I actually reach out to all of my friends to tell them to
hear any more about Kelly's Island?
Yeah, and if you do want to hear more about Mike's Vacation, there will be an extended cut, so it'll be only $29.95 a month. You can subscribe and hear all about Mike's Vacation in real time.
Yeah, I'm going to have my own podcast tomorrow night, and I'm going to go for at least 90 minutes about every minute of my vacation at Kelly's Island. Yeah,
we started it up and we went out and we took out. We went south, but then we had to go a little west and we went a little east. Then we went down like the Detroit River. Guys, thank you again. Appreciate it. Remember, we got a recommendation for we got a recommendation for a minor league baseball team. Put them in contact with us. We're not discriminating. We'll be your biggest fans when it comes to that. Thanks again, everybody. Appreciate it, and have a great week. We'll see you next week.
Later, dudes.
Have a good week.
Great week.